Do you anticipate how long it's going to be?
There's power lines all across A1A, so until they get that cleaned up, nobody's going to be able to get across. We don't have a time frame.
In Brevard County, beachside residents are under a mandatory evacuation this afternoon as Matthew bears down on the coast.
Move up here towards Central Florida, even if it doesn't make a direct hit on...
This can save your life. There are school closures in the following counties. Brevard, closed Thursday and Friday.
You could see winds up to 130, 140 miles per hour around that center of circulation by the time it gets closer here.
With a storm of this magnitude, we are very concerned about prolonged power outages. The odds are we are going to lose power. When there is power, there's no power, lives are at risk.
Close enough to definitely cause problems. In fact, we've extended those hurricane warnings all the way back out towards Volusia County, up towards Flagler County, inland areas also. Orange County, even underneath the hurricane warning now. So again, we've got hurricane warnings.
We all have to work together to make sure we make it through this potentially catastrophic storm. Each individual in the state, 3 days of water, 3 days of food. Have any medicines that you need. Have a battery-powered radio and have batteries. Charge up your cell phone. Once you lose power, you cannot charge up your cell phone. Again, we are preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, and not taking any chances.
At 9:40, October 6th, I think, 7th, October 7th, 2016. We just went through Hurricane Matthew. We are driving back to the causeway over to the barrier island in the Atlantic to see what kind of damage our home is in. Valley High School, I believe, was used as a shelter, but I guess they closed that down yesterday. Fire truck's there. Hoping we go home to a house that's still standing. I think we're going to have some good luck. And we were very fortunate that this was not worse. We're back to the light.
We'll find out if the bridge is closed.
We're just about to find out if the bridge is open or closed. I do believe I heard 3 or 4 people say the bridge is open.
Don't give time to go.
Anyhow, looks like we're... Oh, it is closed. Maybe if we show proof of residency. Hang tight, guys. Let's see if we can get through. Dang. Nope, can't get on the island. Dang it. A little detour. We're going to go down US 1, headed south, to see what kind of damage any of these businesses received. Boats are still up. That's a good sign. Don't see too many windows broken. Got some houses over there and a little river, but don't see too much damage. That is an absolutely amazing good sign. As you can see, street light is still down. Doesn't seem to be too bad. God.
He's hoping that other bridge is open too, but I doubt it. You're gonna be having sheriffs over there too.
Yeah, further south we go. But the further south, yeah, we're gonna check another causeway, but you can still see the weather's kind of really bad, and probably because the wind is still a little high. They don't want people up on that bridge. I don't think it's because of damage. I think it's just because of the wind speeds are probably just a little too high still. Waiting on a police friend to let us know what status of our condo is. He's patrolling the area as he usually does. So hoping to hear back from him soon to get an update, just make sure we're still up and running. Big EBS building, no broken windows there. It's just open, waiting to happen there. So nothing. Car dealerships, no broken windows, big buildings, lots of windows, none of them broken. Very surprised at the outcome. Thankful. The causeway we want to get over to get to the island. One of the reasons why we didn't want to leave the island was because we weren't going to get back on. However, our safety came first. We stayed about 2 miles off the island with some good friends. Really, really thankful. Merritt Island, Cocoa Beach, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville Beach, they're all in the midst of this right now. We got the brunt of the storm about 2 a.m. and lasted until about 8 a.m. It's now almost 10. Still feeling some high winds, but people are still getting on the roads, checking everything out, checking their businesses, checking their homes. However, we just
Give
cannot
them a chance here.
do that yet. Let's hope we can get on. Just a little too high. Wind's just too much still. Now, can we sit and wait? We could probably do that. Go back to the... Wait for them to open it up so we're one of the first ones on. But you can see the debris. And this is further south. We just want to check our home. That's it. That's not going to happen. Do you anticipate how long it's going to be?
There's power lines all across A1A, so until they get that cleaned up, nobody's going to be able to get across. We don't have a time frame.
And there's no way to check our residence.
No.
We're in a condo up on Beachside, but
Yeah.
right behind O'Galley.
Yeah, I wish I could give you more than that, but I really can't.
Is there any significant roof damage? Is anything leveled?
I even haven't been over there.
You haven't? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. No updates. What that guy's doing, but the news crew doing something, doing some video. But looks like just a lot of palm fronds. Okay. So we got a message back from our police friend. DOT has the causeway closed for inspection. However, no structural damage has been reported from our complex. So that is awesome news. I'll go by as soon as it's reopened. So there's been no structural damage reported on our condo, which is amazing. That means we still have a roof and we still have a home. We may have a window broken or two, but let's just hope not. DOT's doing their inspections. I don't know if you heard. A lot of down power lines on A1A. Some people do have power on Beachside, but however, our area of A1A and O'Galley all the way to 192 Causeway must just have a lot of power lines down. And they're just trying to resolve that, get people back to full power, full water, so they can resume normal activities. And we appreciate that. Signage. Very impressed so far with minimal damage. Could have been worse, and it still could get worse. Thing could wrap around and hit us again, but let's just hope not.